Well, I'm very pleased we finally have an official release date from Bethesda, namely 11/11/21/11, which is both the 100th anniversary of Skyrim and the release date for the next Elder Scrolls. And on top of that, Todd Howard's great-grandson will be the head of the project. Can't wait to experience this. They'll just have to ring me up in hell. But in all seriousness, Phil Spencer recently made an announcement when asked about this, about Elder Scrolls 6, and he used phrases such as "so far out," 5+ years, and this tells us that the release date of Elder Scrolls 6, whatever it's called, is going to be very close to a 20-year gap from the release of its predecessor, namely Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 5. And for many of us, this is a pretty big deal. And it's kind of a heavy feeling to hear that the game probably won't release until, based on those statements, 2029. I think 2029 is a very good estimate for the release date of this game, and that is a long way off, and it will be very close to 20 years. And there are a lot of reasons for this, I think. One of the reasons is the simple fact that Skyrim sold so well that Bethesda, and consequently Microsoft, are still living off of the proceeds from that. They haven't been in a rush because it is the best-selling action RPG/RPG of all time, and they don't need to rush something out the door. And of course, they've been working on Starfield. That's the next big release, which I have to say I'm significantly less excited for. I'm much more of a swords and sorcery fantasy type of guy, but I'm not averse to a good space opera. Mass Effect is, after all, one of my favorite series of all times in terms of games. But I specifically have to express my disappointment in the sense that if this were a game that they'd truly been working on the entire time to revolutionize the genre, then I would say, by golly, that's a long wait, but it's justified. But the reality is that it will be an improvement over Skyrim, I have no doubt of that. But at the same time, it's going to have 4 to 5 years maximum of actual development, maybe 6, depending on how long it takes. And it will be a very good game, I'm sure. But it's not going to be revolutionary. No one is going to think, I've never seen anything like this before. And there's something to be said about Bethesda and their mastery of open-world sandbox RPGs. They're the only ones who really do it that specific way. I can't think of anyone else that has created games in the solo genre, at least, of the same proportions. And it's not perfect, I'm not claiming that. But especially with mods, a game like Skyrim allows you to be anything you want. And I still play Skyrim. But as long as Bethesda is the only developer that can scratch that itch, and as far as I'm aware they are, which is not to say I don't like other games. I love Baldur's Gate 3. I like being very class-specific. But that feeling of just exploring things endlessly and discovering things in a very open-ended way is unique to Bethesda games. And that's why all of us are going to wait and just hope that it comes out sooner rather than later. But I'm curious as to what you have to say about this. This is just an off-the-cuff video. Do you think that it's taking too long? Are you looking forward to it? Are you an Elder Scrolls fan? If so, are you playing with mods? If not, do let me know in the comment section. And if you'd like, you can join my Discord where we talk about RPGs and RPG-related stuff, especially Baldur's Gate 3. And as always, thank you for tuning in. If you could do the usual YouTube jazz of leaving a like, commenting, sharing, subscribing, be much appreciated. It helps out the channel a lot. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.